It's going to be a close one either way. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say it's like the Stanley Cup final a little early, so.
Right on. Should be good. It's been good.
Just kind of weird having the two best West teams meet in the second round.
Yeah.
See, and that's what you said about
the
this playoffs. Ideally, Vegas should be playing Nashville or Winnipeg and San Jose should be. Because, like I said, you got to win out your division.
Yeah.
Is that how they would align, though?
Based on 1 to 8, I don't know.
I know. On top of my head, I can't think if they would.
Because they could,
I mean, Nashville was the best team.
Yeah.
And the worst team would be San Jose out of those ones.
One of those ones, but yeah, it's true.
So think about it. So actually, if they were to reseed it like they used to, Nashville would play San Jose, Vegas would play Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And then they would probably meet in the next round, say, for example.
I like the new style, though. It's kind of neat to have to...
It builds the rivalry.
Yeah.
I like that part of it, but I also... It's kind of in a way, it's kind of Nashville, best team in the league, and you have to face Winnipeg this early. You should have the advantage. You're the best team in the league. You should get the next crappiest team.
Yep.
That's how it used to be. Lack of a better word, crappiest.
It just it builds rivalry, but it also gives the weaker teams a little bit better of a chance, right? Because then the 8 seed isn't always playing.
Which I can see. I guess that makes better hockey because then it's a closer series. But
that's where the wild card comes in.
Yes.
The wild card, the top teams play the wild card 1 and 2, right? And that's almost like they're playing the quote unquote crappiest team in the first round, and then.
Yeah, so it really just sucks for the teams that play place second and third in each division, right? Because they're playing, like, you look at Toronto and Boston, I believe they were both top 6 teams in the NHL standings wise, and they got to play each other in the first round.
Somebody said, what if you went back to I believe it was in the 80s, 1 to 16, 1 plays 16, 2 plays, Problem is the travel. I don't know if that ever happened again because of the travel, right? Because now we have so many teams all around.
Yes.
All around North America compared to back then. It was.
Could you imagine Vancouver playing Florida in the first round?
Yeah, it'd just
travel would be brutal.
Yeah.
I think 4 days off in between.
Yeah.
It
1 and 2, 4 days off. 3 and 4.
It would probably be 2-3-2 though.
Think so?
Because that's what it was back.
Yeah, that's true.
2-3-2.
And that's how it was when their first cup.
2-3-2.
Yep.
But I don't know if that would ever. I mean, they're going to stick with this for quite a while now. I think this is new. This is the second year with this. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think second year, maybe third already. But so I mean, I don't think Scott. I don't think you've told us your prediction.
Ooh,
Winnipeg, Nashville.
Yeah, I got Winnipeg in 7.
You got Winnipeg in 7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. I think that one's gonna be tough.
So I'm the only one that picked Nashville. That's what I got out of that.
Yep.
Probably the most anticipated matchup of the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, you can look at Pittsburgh, Washington, but
that's only anticipated just because of the history they have.
Yeah.
This is anticipated. Like this one is because these are legit to.
Either one of those teams, if they didn't have to play each other right now, could be like they could be meeting in the Cup final, right?
Yeah. And like as a hockey fan, in a way, it's like we're talking about. It's kind of sad that they have to meet
right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
it's a Western Conference final matchup, right? It's not, but
it's
they have to meet eventually anyway, right?
Yeah,
so
either way,
one of them's going to win and one of them's not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's the awards. I mean,
the nominations.
Yeah, a lot of the nominations have come
throughout the last week here about.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll read some off, and I guess you guys can give me guys' opinion on the noms.
Yeah, why not?
For the Selke Trophy, we got Bergeron, Kopitar, and Couturier as the 3 finalists. I mean,
I guess I'll be the first one to say I think Bergeron's going to win it again, but
Boston.
Just as obviously this is an individual award, but I mean, it helps to be on the team he's on. I think too, very defensively.
Yeah,
they were one of the top teams defensively
and
here.
like one of the lowest teams in goals and like all that. I mean, I know it's individual, but
Well, you can't discredit his face-off ability.
well, that helps his case too, I think.
Yep.
And he gets a decent amount of points too for how good he is in his own end.
Yep.
Like that helps too.
Yep.
If you look at all three of those guys, Couturier had a good year in points.
Yep.
Kopitar had a really
Yeah.
good bounce back
Yeah.
there. So I mean, I'd go Bergeron.
I
What do you
would
guys think,
agree.
but-
I agree too.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
pretty much on Bergeron. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, next award on my list here, I got the Calder Trophy, and I got Brock Besser, and Barzal, and Keller.
I'm going to say Barzell. He
Yeah.
had more points than any of the rookies.
Yeah,
I mean, all three teams missed the playoffs,
yeah.
Yep.
so nobody has advantage there.
No.
It might just be that alone this year.
Yeah.
Barzell more points.
Yep. I think that's probably who wins it as well.
mean,
Just based on, I mean,
It's
the Islanders were in the playoff race.
yeah,
up
they,
until the
for a
end,
long
right?
stretch.
And a big part of that is him.
Well, for sure.
They won't like. Actually, I bring up a guy that it wasn't nominated, Kyle Connor.
That's what I was just going to
Winnipeg,
say.
Yeah.
He had 30 goals.
and his team did make the playoffs, and I think he should have been in the conversation.
I thought so too.
And maybe he was the fourth. Maybe he was close.
But when he leads rookies in goals,
Yeah, like 30 goals is hard to hit.
yeah,
Not even
No.
as a rookie,
No,
right? But as a rookie,
and
that's
obviously
impressive.
that's a big impact when his team finished so far up in the standings, and right, they might not have, they wouldn't have been anywhere near where they were without him. He obviously played a big part in that team.
yeah, exactly.
But do you think they look at he had that many goals because his team was so good compared to
Might
some
have-
of these
that
other
might have
guys?
had an impact in it as well.
I mean-
but I mean, Barzal he wasn't playing with
No,
slouches,
no,
right?
he was
So
playing with good linemen. I mean, Besser and Keller kind of were.
They were
way,
on their own,
kind
in
of
a way,
so.
right?
Yeah, that's true. Next trophy on my list here is the Masterton Award, and I mean, you got Jordan Stahl, you got Roberto Luongo, and you got Boyle. It's pretty hard not to give this to Boyle.
Boyle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to agree with Boyle too. But
Yeah,
I mean, you get diagnosed with cancer. It's not an easy thing. And
To
he's-
begin with,
he-
he bounced back, and
honestly, and he made the All-Star team.
yep,
I mean, I believe Taylor Hall was hurt at the time, so Taylor Hall probably would have made it. But point is, he's next best guy to go. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's
he had a pretty good year.
and he
too.
did have a good year. He actually
he
he
did.
really had a good year.
One of their key guys for sure.
Vezina Trophy, Hellebuck, Pecorine, and Vasilevsky. That one is tough, the toughest one
Yeah,
so
I
far. I
don't
think.
know.
Like Pecorine's got it.
You think Pecorine?
I've heard rumor on the rumor wire there that it's Vasilevsky.
It wouldn't shock me if Hellebuck either, though. I mean, it's that close with those three. I think early on it was Vasilevsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the last couple months, he kind of fell off a little bit. Like, he was still...
Their whole
but
team
he-
kind of
Yeah, the last month especially, they kind of...
basically put it on autopilot and coasted in. Otherwise, they would have been almost guaranteed that spot instead of having to play the final
Fight
games.
for it, yeah. But,
I mean, 43 wins for Rene.
yeah. I think it's Renee's year.
I'll pick somebody else. Yeah, Pecorine. I think, too, actually. It's tough, though. I mean,
Yeah,
wouldn't shock...
that's probably the closest one that we've talked about yet.
Yeah, it's pretty. But I think, I mean, I've heard it's Vasilevsky's the forerunner, but in my opinion, the other two are better goaltenders all around this year. I mean, when Paul Maurice is saying his best player on his team's Hellebuck, I mean, you got guys like Lonnie and Wheeler and Bofflin, and
That definitely means something.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's. You got the Lady Byng Trophy here. You got Barkov and Ryan O'Reilly and William Karlsson. I'm not sure who you guys got now, and it's pretty.
Usually the guy has decent amount of points, but not many penalty minutes. Usually how that one works.
Yeah.
Didn't Johnny Gaudreau win it
Yeah,
last year? Yes. Yeah. I mean, Matthews wasn't the case. I mean, he missed 20 games, which didn't help. He wasn't the case because he only had like 2 minutes and penalties. And
I don't know what the penalty minutes were for each of those.
yeah,
guys.
me neither. But I know Ryan O'Reilly hardly takes any penalties, and he's a big guy, which always shocks me. Not gonna lie, every year
Mm-hmm.
he has like 6 or 8 penalty minutes. It's
Yeah, he's a big guy.
like how?
Power forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm guessing Ryan O'Reilly.
Yeah.
He was on a not so good team, but I mean, he had decent numbers and not many penalty minutes.
I think William Karlsson.
Wild Bill. Yeah.
Yep. It's hard to ignore the plus minus and the
Well-
goal scoring and if you can do that all without taking many penalties, it's
Yeah, that's true. I gotta agree, O'Reilly.
You think Riley too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got the James Norris Trophy, Drew Doughty, Victor Hedman, and PK Subban.
Just thinking here. Probably Hedman. Just how good Tampa's been this year.
Yeah.
I think,
And I would say Subban would probably be second, but
I think Hedman. Subban's got a pretty good cast around him, whereas Hedman not so much.
yeah, that's
He has
a
a
good
little
point.
less support on the back end.
That's true. Out of those 3, Subban would have the most support. Yeah.
I'm not taking away from him at all, but I just think it's a little easier when you have some other guys that you can lean on for some big minutes and stuff. Whereas, yeah, if Hedman, I mean, he's got some decent coverage behind him, but he's the guy, right? Clearly the guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with PK Subban. I think it's. I mean, it's not the way this award's supposed to be, but it seems like it's more of a offense award and a points, a stats award.
I think he has the most points this year.
And I think so. Yeah,
I think he led in points.
for these 3 guys, I'm pretty sure for sure.
Yeah.
But I just see them giving to him because he's got more points, and I mean he's a stud defenseman. But
Guess I'm gonna ask Bryce now that he's here. We've talked about this before. Hart Trophy. It's not nominations haven't come out because I think it's a tough one this year to debate. That's probably why maybe it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But I guess McKinnon. These are the guys I've heard in the talks. I should say McKinnon, Drew, Hall, McDavid, and Kucherov. I think are the ones I've seen. I don't know. What do you think of those 5 guys? I guess I named.
To me, it's got to be Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the most valuable to his team.
Yeah.
And to me, without Hall, New Jersey, they're not even in the conversation of making the playoffs.
And that's
And I mean, not to take away from McDavid, he had a great season. He broke 100 points again. But how valuable were those points if his team is not in the playoffs? I think those points have less value than a Taylor Hall who leads his team all year and leads them into the playoffs ultimately. Kucherov, again.
you take him away. Tampa's still pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of players around him that can still, Tampa still makes the playoffs without him.
yeah,
And Giroux is another one that, to me, Giroux, McKinnon, and Hall should be the 3
Yeah.
that are favorites or nominated.
Yeah.
Because without those guys, their teams are
Well, clearly-
not in
Like
the
clearly
playoffs.
McKinnon.
well,
And-
he got PK Subban's vote. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
gave his seal of approval.
Yep.
But only thing I noticed, looking at the winner of the Art Ross Trophy, for the last 4 to 5 years, has been the winner of the Hart and the Ted Lindsay Award, aside from Carey Price winning it when Jamie Benn won the Art Ross. And that's the only thing I think that they considered going into that for sure.
And that might have only been because that was a very low scoring year.
Yeah, he had
80.
86 points or
Yeah.
whatever. Whereas McDavid had got close to 110, and I mean
But I've heard somebody said, say if McDavid would have got 120 points, 115
Yes, if
points,
he runs away with the points, right?
which he was 6 points ahead of Drew, I believe. Drew was second.
I don't know. I just think looking at the definition of what the award is for,
yeah,
you can't give it to McDavid.
no. Well, take McDavid away from Edmonton, and they're
But
picking
they
first
were
overall.
They were already
Yeah.
going nowhere. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, I
It's just
agree
not-
with you
They base it on
100%.
the fact whether
But-
a team makes playoffs or not. which I don't think is right.
Which is